The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
The ancient gods never went away, at least not completely. They no longer walk among us on a daily basis, but their touch on humanity can still be felt through the actions of their children. These children of divine heritage go through life as every mortal around them, until one day, a god appears before them making their parentage known. This visitation unlocks the potential inside them, the divine ichor that runs through their veins as they take their first steps into greatness. Born to the magic of yesterday and the promise of tomorrow, these Scions set out to create their own story. New myths and legends are created and forgotten every day, and yet their actions reflect on the reputation of their divine parent. Will the fate of the gods define their deeds, or will they create their own path and change the myths which came before them?
Ares doesn't have a life plan. He doesn't even plan for the day. I once found a note he wrote to himself that said, "Put on pants," followed by a question mark. Aphrodite at Incorrect Greeks. Every legend has a beginning. Tonight, viewers, I bring you the tale of four Scions coming to terms with what that means to them. I am Zachary Naldra, he, him, or as the Morgan's Battle Crows call me on the Bird app, at Zach Rules, and tonight I will be your story guide. Dear viewers, please meet the Scions who are about to take their steps onto the paths of becoming gods. Please state your name, pronoun, and where people can find you on the internet, and who you're going to be playing tonight.
Hey, everybody. I am Relyn. You can find me on the Bird app at Relendare, and I am in Twitch chat here as Mama McStabber. I will be playing Caitlin Murphy, who is about to meet her mother and realize she is a Scion of the Morrigan.
Hello, I am Lonnie, pronouns she, her. You can find me on the Bird app at Lonhe10 and on Twitch at Sailor Lonhe. And I will be playing Natalia Blackburn, who gets to meet her mother. She's very stressed and nervous about that.
Hi, I'm Core, or Unconscious Celestial. My pronouns are they, them, or she, her. You can find me anywhere on the internet, on social media, under Unconscious Celestial, with the exception of the Bird app, which I am uncon_celestial. And I am playing Nezzy Coolridge tonight, and we'll find out where she went and how she gets back.
I'm Ginny Von Esch. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Ginny Von Esch because I kept it simple for myself. Dear God. Anyhow, I'm she, her. I am playing Dr. Minnie Jones. They did name the cat Minnie. I don't know why. It was a thing. Anyhow, Scion before Hephaestus. And didn't my dad just save us? I don't know. He just said, "Hi, I'm Dad," but he left everything else out.
As we last left our Scions, Nezzy had gotten up from the bar to go to the bathroom and stepped in through a portal to another world. While the rest of the band was waiting for them, there was an explosion outside, and when they went out to investigate, found themselves with two humans and a monster of some sorts fucking shit up. Their newly found friend Tree rushed into battle and was quickly rendered useless by the monster. While the band was able to fight off the mortals, the monster proved to be a little bit more of a challenge. picking up Caitlin, smashing her into the ground, while a car sped up, drove up on the side of the building to pick up Dr. Jones and Natalia, taking them off to safety. As the lights went out for Caitlin, a voice reached out to her. You're not done yet. Get up, my daughter. So, who wants to tell us about where they are and how they're feeling right now? All right.
I think that
So-
should be Nezzy.
Nessie, you thought you were going to the bathroom. You have stepped into a field. There is knee-high grass as far as you can see, up into the point where you see a cliff dropping down with the ocean behind it.
The door is completely gone.
The door
Like,
is
there's-
completely
completely
gone.
gone.
As you look around, there is a woman standing nearby. She has long blonde hair, goes down halfway to her back. It's wavy. She's wearing a white dress, and she's just looking at you, smiling with beautiful blue eyes.
The fact that she's looking at me, smiling, kind of confuses me because I just walked out of the door. Where am I? Who are you?
My name is Eru. You may have started to figure that out of who I am and why that is why you are here.
No, actually, I hadn't. Where are we? Where is this? Very beautiful, but where are we?
Never been to Ireland before. That's right. We are essentially to place it on a map that you could look up at a later point. In Shannon, Ireland.
Okay, things are making a little bit more sense. I was just trying to go to the washroom. Why am I here? What happened? Do you know what happened? I'm assuming you know what happened.
I brought you here.
Yeah.
I thought it was time that we finally meet. You are one of my scions.
That answers that question. You're not a parent. You're not a parent, though, right?
Well, that is certainly one way of looking at it. I did bestow you with powers that will bring you to new heights. Consider it like a maybe a benefactor, patron.
Okay, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Was there a reason why you picked me?
Well, I mean, you have bestowed virtues that I carry with me. Um, you have been the protector of, your friends, family, neighborhood. I am the protector of Ireland. You have always expressed these traits that have you connected to me. At some point, you'll probably end up asking yourself and trying to think, did you get chosen because you have those traits? Or do you have those traits because you were chosen?
That's definitely going through my mind. Yeah.
I'll leave you to determine that on your own. I'm sure there's more questions that you have.
Well, I mean, sure, there's lots, but I I mean, obviously the whole why me thing is going to be there for a while, but why now?
Well, perhaps your new friends have sort of accelerated things. Perhaps it brought out parts of you that you didn't know you had in you.
There, yeah, that's pretty true. A lot of crazy stuff has happened within the past like 48 hours. Um, hmm. Did you make the bathroom door magic?
Well, I mean, the that entire bar is magic in one way or another. I simply used it to create a portal for you.
Jeez, I'll tell you, it's a really awkward time. Hmm. Okay. Is there a way to contact you in the future, like praying, or how does that work?
It will be difficult. There's a lot of prayers that have to be answered. Um, we can certainly try to find a more suitable way of your meeting. But for
Dreams are
the
always good.
they work. Um, well, it's one of my uh, relatives' preferred way of communicating. Uh, a lot of what you will be going through is things that you need to go through on your own. It's to develop your power, to grow your own legend.
I mean, that's not that much of a surprise. Certainly nothing that I can't nothing that I can't handle. I've, you know, done a lot of stuff on my own, so that's not new. Um, yeah, a lot to think about, isn't there?
With that, we cut to Caitlin. You open your eyes and you are in a bog. Uh, it is daytime out. You can see the sunlight just cutting through the trees, but there is very much a darkness to where you currently are. There are dozens of crows perched on the branches around, watching.
I stand up, start
There
looking
is
around.
immediately you see a woman. She is middle-aged, black hair, just past the shoulders. That was quite a little adventure you just got yourself into.
Nice of you to finally show up.
I came when you needed it.
Hmm. Yes, because a child wouldn't ever need their mother.
Yeah. There's seems to be some hundreds of children who are able to grow up on their own without the.
Hmm. And I did just fine without you.
You did. You did. Yeah. Proud of you.
What do you want?
I felt it was time to uh, introduce myself.
I know who you are. I know what I am. And I know you abandoned me. So what do you want?
Abandoned is not quite how it happened. That's what your father wanted.
He wanted it?
You're new to this, and you'll understand it more over time. When we come down to the world, when we make our presence known, the mere interaction with a mortal can have drastic effects. Showing up at a birthday party could end up causing a clown to go on a chaotic killing spree because I said something nice to him once.
I take it you have experience with this.
It's happened once or twice. As you grow in power, you're going to notice it happening more and more, and the effects being more drastic. It's what we call fate binding. Me being around when you were growing up would have made life much more difficult.
Then why didn't my father at least tell me?
That's a question for him.
Because he obviously knew if he didn't want you around.
He did. He knew exactly what he was getting into, and he was quite honestly one of those that got swept up in it. The fate binding lasted as long as it needed to, and the fates decided that when you were born, he no longer felt that desire to be he maybe finally had something in his life that was more important to him than I was at the time.
What do you want me to call you?
You can call me Morgan. You can call me the Battle Crow, Phantom Queen. You can call me bitch, hag, mom, cunt, whatever you feel is appropriate.
Well, I might have called you a few of those over the years.
I heard, yes.
I'm sure you
aware.
did. So what does this all mean?
Well, how you want to take that is up to you. There are many aspects of me that you will inherit. You can choose to go against them. You can choose to embrace them. You can choose to find your own legend and define your own place in the world. You have tools at your disposal that you've gotten from me. But ultimately, you're left to answer the question, does history define you, or will you set out to change it? Speeding along the streets of Boston in a way too spacious sports car for what it looked like on the outside, we have Natalia, Dr. Minnie, Tree, still unconscious, in the middle row. You don't, or he's in the back row. You don't really see 3-row sports cars, but somehow this one, it works. And there's a man and a woman and a driver and shotgun.
You okay? Are you okay, Nat? You're good?
Yeah, I just
Look, I'm not that kind of doctor. I'm another kind of doctor, but I still have to make sure you're kind of slightly okay because I got like a first aid kit. We can just slap a bandage on it. I don't know what we're going to do with Cat yet. I'm not sure. I don't know how to do that thing, but
I am sure she's fine if she's not on the ground in a pummeled pile. She's fine, I guess.
she got try not to swear, but she got really, really kind of slapped hard by that person.
Yeah,
Whatever.
That wasn't a person.
I said thing or whatever. I don't know. This didn't come with a guide. It's not like D&D Monster Manual where you're like, oh, look at that's a thing. Okay.
The driver is like, well, as the player, you're not supposed to be looking in the monster manual. That ruins all the fun out of it.
Do you really think this is fun?
I mean, it is a nice car to drive. I do enjoy driving it.
I don't know.
we weren't talking about the car, but I'm glad you're enjoying this car.
Don't mind him. He's very much into his toys and his things more than anything else. And she just gives him kind of the death stare.
Wait, why? What's going on?
Well, so I'm Aphrodite. This is my husband, Hephaestus. You, Dr. Jones, are his son, and he just kind of waves and smiles at that.
I hope I'm a daughter, not a son. Otherwise, I'm missing a couple of bits. I might have to go trade them.
You mortals getting caught up in your genitalia. You can.
No, there's a whole
change
different
that.
thing. I'd like to point that out.
No, you can change that if you want.
No, I'm not caught up in my genitalia. I'm caught up in my own identity. Thank you very much. It's not just my bits. But then there's this whole thing with, guys, they're trapezoid on the top where I'm a trapezoid on the bottom, and it makes cosplay very difficult. Have you ever tried to try cosplay as a man when you don't have the things up on top? Bone structure.
When you once you get a little bit stronger, you won't have to worry about that.
I can barely part a fly, so
I'll let your father deal with that. Anyways, Natalia, this is our stop.
Uh,
Festus just kind of squeals up to the does one of those things where the car's coming flying down the street and just turns, slides, and gets into the parking spot just right.
I
be okay,
guess I'll. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you
Huh?
later.
Huh?
Okay.
she'll get it's like, oh my god, don't leave me.
You got this. It's fine.
So do you. I got unconscious people here.
I'm sure Trey's fine.
I don't know. I'm not gonna plan him to find out.
Different tree. Anyways,
Come with me,
It's a
darling.
joke.
And she kind of takes Natalia and links arms and leads her into a luxury condominium building.
is there a reason we're here? This is very fancy, so I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Would you rather a different different setting?
Maybe back at my place or somewhere not so fancy.
Well, I mean that certainly could be done. Because you're going to eventually want to get adjusted to fancy. But I guess for the time being, we can find something a little bit more down to earth than what I'm accustomed to.
Yes, that'd be great.
She's still walking in, and the door greeter opens, just kind of smiles, nods at her. Let them know we'll need the fine. Can you let them, whoever's in the suite, know that they need to clear out? Yes, ma'am. And you see him calling over and the person at the front desk, and they walk you through the lobby, get to the elevator, you go up to the 23rd floor, and she leads you down the hall into a condo that is, despite being a luxury condo, it is decorated like it's from the set of Roseanne, down to the clearly fake imitate. They wouldn't actually get the cheap, paneling that you and cheap wallpaper. It's very expensive. It's actual wood that is made to look like it is cheap. It is leather chairs with handmade throw blankets covering them. A big screen TV that has been fitted into a box that looks like it's one of those giant TVs from the late 70s. Is this better?
Yeah, this will be fine.
Good, darling. So how are you treating? How's being a Scion treating you? You tell me.
Great.
I'm so glad to hear that. I saw the video. You did a great job with the T Swift songs.
Hold on, wait, sorry. I was being sarcastic. I'm sorry. I should have. Um, I from what I read in school about you, you're gorgeous and beautiful, and then there's me.
You are gorgeous and beautiful.
No,
No, just
no,
the fact
no,
that
no.
you don't believe it doesn't make it true. You are gorgeous.
Okay. So why me though? I'm not the type to I'm not special in any way. I grew up on an army base with just me and my dad. No um other kids. So I read books and kept to myself. There might have been a mistake when you chose me, is what I'm trying to say here.
Look, darling, I do get around, and not in that way. But my lover is the god of war, so I have been on a military base once or twice, and I saw beauty, and I saw beauty.
Okay. Is there, besides you seeing beauty, is there a specific thing you saw in me besides beauty that made you pick me?
Well, so once again, that's going to be a question of fate. Did you manifest attributes that would cause me to choose you, or did because I chose you, did you manifest those attributes? What did you go to school for?
I went to school for psychology
And why did you go to school for psychology?
to help my dad. He's going through a lot mentally after being in the army, so I thought if no one else could help him, at least I could try to help him
And why did you want to help your father?
because he's my dad and I love him.
There it is.
Oh.
That L word. Love doesn't being goddess of love doesn't mean that I'm just a goddess of people who are deeply passionate, want to go out and make crazy monkey sex all over the place. I mean, I do that with Aries, but it's a different story. But it's also the love that you share with your family. And you definitely have that trait. You got up on the stage without ever really playing a musical instrument and were able to perform, draw those into you, and create a moment for those people at the bar. You have done exceptional things all your life. And like your own beauty, you just haven't recognized it.
Okay, so what now?
Have fun with it. You have limitless potential. You have the keys to unlock any door, to make your own path, to become anything, be the person and that you want to be. All you have to do is step through it.
I We'll take it slow because I'm still trying to figure out if all of this is real or if I'm going to wake up and it be a dream.
If that were true, it would be a wonderful dream. And as you're talking, John Legend's Ordinary People comes on the radio without anybody turning it on. We're just ordinary people. We just have to take it slow.
This is a really good song.
It is. He's such a beautiful man. He has a beautiful voice. Dr. Minnie.
Uh-huh.
You're still driving down the road. Hey kid, you want to come up to the front seat? You want to sit next to your old man?
Is that really the way you want to be defined, or is that the criteria that you're labeling on yourself at the moment?
If you want to call me the old man, that's fine. Yeah, come on up.
I think that's kind of rude, but okay.
I mean, I have been a god for millennia. So, I mean, it is technically accurate. It's not an insult.
True, but I think your brother's a little bit older than you, and I really don't want to be close to him without a body kind of man. He's older, so I wouldn't really call you that because he's like literally the epitome of white.
He's like the age difference is minimal in the span of since the dawn of time.
You do realize I play with numbers. To me, that is a minimum, not even a minimal amount of time. It still is a significant amount of time.
No. Trust me.
Okay, when you look
when
at
you
it from
have
that point of view,
when you work on a project that can last a millennia to come to fruition, a couple years is insignificant.
right? When I experience that, I'll let you know.
Good. Make sure to take good notes. We can recreate any so that we can recreate any experiments you come up with.
What do you know about me? And she's gonna try not to overly Deadpool this thing and try to get into the side passenger seat, trying to do it somewhat dainty or ladylike.
He pushes a button and the seat like comes back. Like as the seat behind it folds down so that you have a spot to just kind of walk right into it.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
that there's
exciting.
absolutely no need to struggle to get into the seat, and it slides back forward.
Here, I thought I was going to be on the struggle bus.
So yeah.
What do you know
cool
about
stuff?
me?
You make some cool stuff. You're extremely smart.
Okay. Granted.
Yeah, and you know you're a teacher, and you know you have a weird obsession with Coca-Cola.
It's when it's your lifeblood, you can't help it. Really, it keeps you going. Have you ever had anything
your
that
lifeblood
keeps
is
you going?
your lifeblood is the divine ichor that flows through your veins.
Oh my God, Dad, will you get human for a moment? Seriously?
I don't know.
Okay. Pretend yourself an itty bitty tiny little genie lamp, and you're confined into you're confined into that lamp, and that is your world. You are not infinite power.
Okay.
And you have a limited amount of understanding.
No, I have a very limited capacity to think small. Big things, create massive.
I want you to think like you have the brain of a pea. It's going to be hard. Welcome
It is.
to humanity.
I don't have to. I literally do not have the necessary brain power to shut down enough.
You can believe it, and I know you can. It might be a challenge.
I can't go. It's only going forwards. It's always expanding. It's always building, making something new.
Dad, I need you
Going
to
back,
come to my
breaking
level.
down.
Here, come here.
It's going to take way less time if you get to my level.
Oh, sure. Excuse me. Let me just try and bound up to Mars. It doesn't work that way, Dad. I can't breathe in space.
Yeah.
You say that. So I would ask you where you've been, but that would be kind of, I don't know, rhetorical.
I mean, I've been doing a lot of things. I've been
And
making
why
stuff.
are you Herman, the god of a Motley Crue band, cover band, and the Tex and roadies?
Well, so
Yeah.
I can't actually go around in front of the mortals saying my name.
I mean, they're not.
Do you think either they're not going to believe me or they will? Do you think Keanu Reeves could walk down the street looking like Keanu Reeves
Yeah, you can go
and
into the bus station.
say that he's George?
I mean, that's called acting, Dad.
I'm not an actor. He's an actor and he can't really pull that off too well.
Yeah, but okay. So where have you been? And why haven't you said anything earlier?
Your parents were just so happy.
And
I didn't want to mess that up. But there's no and.
I almost feeling I want to say and then, but that's a kind of a trope.
Well, maybe, but that man, you probably don't want to hear about the magical night that I had with your mother. But that didn't change. That didn't change how close their love was.
Yeah, and
I mean, it's not like your dad married a woman that would go around and constantly sleep with your brother.
Yeah, well,
that's my wife.
I know she's a hoe. We get it. We got it. She's kind of like Zeus. Sorry.
At least she keeps it to one, and instead of all of them.
I mean, fair, but you.
Yeah.
I don't bother with that stuff because you.
Yeah, no,
It just
I'd
hasn't
rather
clicked in on that stuff.
You might never. I would rather make something cool than put all that energy thing. If I'm going to put that much kind of energy, well, I mean, you can get a friend. You got like there's this tree guy who's passed out back here, and then there's
like one of those long-term friend things, like what all those other people have. And I just get students that they're friends with me for a thing. They get the good grade, and then they kind of leave, and then I get lonely, and I get lost, and I get really, really bored. And then I make a whole lot of shit, and then I forget time went by. Oh, do you want to stop by my place or no?
Yeah, let's check out some of the cool things you make.
Well, I mean, I got a lot of orders to pack. So how are you with packing orders?
I got a thing that'll make them. That'll do them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you've got. It's not like I could say, "Can I see your trunk?" That's kind of a little precocious, as well as going, "Hey, let's just see what Dad's got." Oh, wow. I mean, do you have a lot of junk in the trunk?
I have a whole bunch. Well, I wouldn't call it junk. It's all a lot of useful things that I've made over the years.
Okay, well, what do you have in the trunk?
For this, I've got a portal that will bring in some satyrs that'll do the packing.
Wait a minute. Can I hire satyrs?
You can hire satyrs. Yeah.
Do you have the money for it? Because I don't think they're going to take money, my kind of money. And I'm not really going to offer them a whole orgy because I think that's just wrong. And I mean, but I can put them to the tavern down the street if they want to get drunk.
The satyrs are in the world as well as in my realms. There are satyrs here.
Do I have to get drachma now?
Do you have to get what?
Do I have to get Drachma, or do I have to turn around and make him a contract? How does labor work with satyrs?
That you can hire them just like you would hire just about anybody else in the world.
I don't know this. You know this more than
They're
I
they're
do.
they're like people, except they have hooves and horns.
Yes, I know. They're half human, half goat, and they're just bad all over it.
See, they generally wear a hat like yours.
Hmm.
They wear pants. They have special shoes to cover up the hooves, and
Oh,
most people don't notice the difference.
as long as I don't do back shape, have they have any wool? And then try and shear and make some cloth out of gold stuff out of that? Or does that have to be a special kind of thing? I don't know. I'm asking because I can put a lot of stuff in different cool ways
You
and make a lot of
could.
different instruments.
There's tons of things. And
And
imagine
you know what I could do?
that's just satyrs. Imagine if you got into some of the other denizens of the world.
I mean, if I go a little freaky, that's going to be a whole different shop altogether. It's going to be like a quirky shop for quirky people,
Yeah,
which I'm not really wanting to do that. I
yeah,
would rather
right.
go to the conventions where I don't have the X rating or the R rating and things like that. I mean, if they want to, share, they're not done, they're done with their hooves or they're done with their horns, I can make cool drinking things out of them because Vikings go for that shit any day.
The seer have their own way of doing horns. The satyrs don't.
Oh, they don't shed their horns? Oh, that's a pity.
No.
Ah, now I'm sad and disappointed.
Anyways, let's go pack up the stuff.
So,
Any
do we take everything out of your trunk? Will it be a little flat ended or will it be okay?
It'll be fine. What about your friend Tree here? Is he cool to sleep it off in the car?
I don't
Hey
know
Tree,
what
you
to say to
good?
them.
He doesn't respond.
I'm not that kind of doctor.
I mean, I'm not that kind of doctor either, so I wouldn't. I don't know how
Do
to.
we stop and drop them over at do Science have a medical facility? Is that part of their do they have a health plan? Oh, Dad, do they if I
They
go around and get hurt, am I gonna be like
no, you generally heal to the point that you don't need a health plan.
because I mean, I don't know. Do they need HMO, PPO, HSA? Hell, we could just go Canadian and do an open healthcare plan. I mean, that would be actually pretty dope if you guys did that.
You don't really need that.
What do I
Like you
need
would
then?
heal like if you like needed to have surgery, you would just heal on your own.
Okay, being that I'm the one that's non-combative in this whole group, clearly, I need to know this stuff because if I get thrown into a whole lot of oopsie doodles, I might not walk out of it. I mean, I'm afraid of a cat. I mean, I don't know what happened. She got slammed pretty hard.
I mean, I'm not.
Is she all right?
I mean, my deeds aren't always deeds of violence and adventure and heroics. It's not. That's
Um,
not all it
says the
is.
man who drove the car to do the thing and saved us.
Oh yeah, that's showing off the cool car.
But that was also heroic.
I didn't get out of the car and I didn't have to
That's what you
fight. See,
have to. You
exactly.
have to. You played a supporting character. And still put your
And
neck out on the line.
see, that's exactly what you can do. You don't have to be Rambo.
I'm talking you, and I'm looking for a plan because I'm going to be with these people, and I want to make sure that at least I'm okay while doing the support thing because
See, here's the thing. If I told you how to do it, then you wouldn't be doing it on your own. You wouldn't be forging your own path and building your own legend. You would just be copying my
no,
ideas.
no. I take that as an insult because I'm asking you for criteria and definition, so therefore I understand where the paths cross, so that if I do a whoopsie doodle, and I'm like, okay, Dad, I need a little bailout. I know what I'm asking for. I think ahead because if I'm going to think of something and my ethics call me to do one thing instead of another, I could go, okay, I can do this because I know where I can go. I will eventually push the envelope, but I got to start at a base.
I'm more.
About that base.
I'm more of a carpe diem type.
I'm not, and that's not how I work. You should know this, Dad.
You're a scientist, right?
And you work with a baseline. I don't have
And
a
you,
baseline yet.
it isn't the scientific method to essentially fuck around and find out.
Dad, I'm a virgin. I don't fuck around. And I've never found out.
Metaphorically.
I was meaning quite metaphorically and literally. I make sure I can handle things before I jump into them. Because one body. Mom, Dad couldn't do medical bills, so I kept it simple.
Well, now that now you no longer have that restriction. So it's going to open up a new world of things for you to do and for
Dad,
you
I'm
to
not going to jump
experience.
into a lava pit, okay? That's a little extreme.
I didn't say jump into a lava pit.
Well, that's how I would fuck around and find out.
You don't just jump right into the lava pit. You
Well,
start
you
off
give
with something.
parameters.
You start off with something different, like a pool in the middle of Arizona in July, where the water is like 115 degrees.
What?
You work your way up to lava.
I like a cool, I like a nice 75 degree.
Well,
Cool enough to relax in.
Well, then you're a scientist. You find a 115-degree pool, and you figure out how to get it down to 75. There you go.
Right, because you're not thinking, oh, human. Oh my God, Dad. You are going to get down on my level tonight because you're going to have to understand things because I can't just turn around and go crazy and blah! I have a reputation still. What do you think, Kat, Nessie, and
You don't have to. You
What?
control your destiny.
Clearly, you haven't talked to Fate lately, have you?
You don't have to. You don't have to worry about falling into others' expectations, about living up to someone else's standards.
You haven't lived as a human, have you, Dad?
No, I haven't.
Yes, it's just,
And there will come a point in time where you won't remember what it's like to live as a human either.
What, am I mortal?
If you play your cards right, yes.
Okay, so if I fuck around and find out and didn't play my cards right, am I dead?
Well, you could be, if you wanted to be, or you could just leave and come back. Yeah.
What, can I say fuck this right now and just poof?
Yeah. You can open the car door at any time.
What?
You can do whatever you want.
So do human rules not apply to us?
I mean, they're still going to apply for a little bit, but you're going to find to break them. And then you're going to find out how to remake them in ways that work for you.
You realize that's not how the legal system works, right?
No, it's mortal legal system. Sorry, you're gonna have to talk to your Scion friends and your other Scion friends and have that conversation.
Right, because how do I get a hold of you?
You're a smart
Do you have a
girl.
phone number? Do you have an email? I don't have a mental leak to you. I'm sorry. This isn't working.
No. Well, I mean, I can't. Do you know how many children of mine are out there? I can't have
one?
all. And he just kind of looks around.
No, I'm not asking for how many people you've.
And just says, like, wait, hold up. Okay, now it's only one in this zip code.
Oh, thanks, Dad. I feel so special now to the point where it's like, ugh, no, I'm only asking because if, and we're talking like this kind of issue, if to the point where comes into play, I would like to know I could call you for my last will and testimony or something. I will not be turning around and calling you for every little problem. Hell, I don't do that with mom and dad anyhow.
Oh my God, I hear prayers. If you're on your last moment and crying and calling out, I'll hear it.
All right, so I have to call and hear it. Just call out.
Prayer?
You know I don't do that.
I mean, think of it less than a prayer and think about it as uh, a way to send a message to your family.
Oh God. All right. So if I'm in ever need, I will have to call on you to possibly come and save my lily white tuchus from a lawnmower. I'm basically saying if
I'm
my butt is
saying,
grass,
I,
I
I'm
need you to save me
saying,
from a lawnmower.
I'm saying that you are not putting enough faith in yourself to think that you can't push around this lawnmower.
Oh no, I'm saying I think in contingencies and backups.
You can think that, but
Human.
you will figure out that you don't need it. And at that moment, Nezzy, how are things going with Mom?
Well, mom, but not mom. Probably getting close to the end of the conversation. Not a whole lot more I'm curious about at this exact moment. I think Nezzy's more concerned about her bladder. And definitely worrying about her friends. Feels
Yeah,
like I've been gone a while.
Nolan, how long do you want to have been gone?
I don't know. I'm just I don't know how long has been gone, has happened.
Well,
We were kind of on a mission and I feel like I've left them.
ooh, so tell me about your mission.
Well, actually, part of our mission was to find out more about our parents or our the deity that selected us, if you will.
Well, look at you. You're ahead of the game.
I just hope they're having as much luck.
Well, you'll find out shortly. It was good to speak to you, my child. She reaches out and just kind of caresses the side of your face. And in that moment, you are now sitting at a diner table. Caitlin, Natalia, and Dr. Minnie are there. And at that, we're going to go to break. Man steps up to the table. So, what's everybody having tonight?
What's your special?
Well, we have a chicken Bolognese. That's on the special for the evening.
I'll try that.
Very well. Anybody else?
I'll just take a salad.
Cobb, Caesar, Greek, strawberry, taco salad. All right.
Uh, um, Grilled cheese with a side of broccoli and cheddar soup, please. Thank you. And a lot of Coke, like a lot, like a 64 ounce of Coke from McDonald's or something close to that. That would be great. I need caffeine.
Just water for me.
Will RC Cola be fine?
What's that?
It's really good. You should drink it.
Does it have a lot of caffeine in it?
Yes, it's like Pepsi and Coke.
Ew, never had Pepsi. It's bad for you. Sure, I guess. I mean, as long as it turns around and, eats away from all the rust inside my body, will be good.
Very well. And for you, ma'am?
What kind of soup do you have?
What type of soup do you want?
Oh, it's that kind of diner. Okay.
Oh, geez.
You notice I didn't ask what soup there was. I just said I want broccoli and cheese.
I don't know what I want. That's why I'm.
I don't know what you want and need to taste in your mouth for yumminess. Comfort food. What's your favorite comfort?
I don't even know what we're doing here. Okay, like I just.
Okay, stop. You're being asked to order something at a diner. Let's focus on that right now. We'll deal with the existential crisis later. Okay.
I just.
She'll try the. She'll try the special too.
Sure.
Okay. And for you, sir, and trees there possible. Yeah, so I'll do the prime rib, and then can we get those curly thin onion things there? The not the fries, the kind of like
the onion straws,
the shredded ones. Yeah, the straws, those ones. And then
yes.
If mashed potatoes, but instead of like gravy, can we do like a marsala on that? Yeah, good. I'll do that.
Where did you come from?
Very well, sir. Man walks away, having taken your orders.
Where did you come from? And don't say your mom and dad because we know that differently. How did we get here in this moment?
I do not know. I was there was the attack. And I think I was in a car somehow.
My dad's car.
And then I heard something. Somebody said something about Aries. I don't know. I wasn't really
There
paying
might have been some
attention.
trash talking. It's okay.
Okay. And then we're here.
Well, Dad was supposed to take me home so we could unload his trunk because apparently he had a lot of stuff in it, so he could help me pack and then help me find satyrs.
Oh,
I guess that didn't happen.
okay.
You're saying
or
that
it
like it's
did, and
cool.
you just don't remember.
Where did you go? Okay.
I just had a near-death experience. That's all.
I mean, you decided to poof and, become one with the earth.
Yeah, my mom
Now
decided to show up and tell me she wasn't done with me yet.
Yay.
Yeah, I basically jerked her chain over basically being an absent mother.
Right.
And I want to go back to that bar and ask why no one else lifted a fucking finger.
Because they were chumps. That's okay, Nizzy, where did you go? We went to the bathroom. Well, Caitlin went to the bathroom to try and find you, and then you were not there.
Yeah, it was a bathroom when I went there.
I went to Ireland, actually.
Oh, you too?
You can go to Ireland through the bathroom?
No,
So
that's
look
where
at
I went
Caitlin,
when I went
told
poof.
you.
I literally was at Lugbora, but it wasn't as it is today. Because I did an abroad study in college there.
So you two went to Ireland and you didn't catch up with each other?
No, I was in a peat
Gotcha.
bog.
different area altogether. I'm
Can
sure.
we? Yeah. And then Natalie, her mom, Nat's mom took her.
Is it
It was
Artemis
weird.
or is it Aphrodite?
It's Aphrodite.
Of course it is.
They were in the car when they saved us.
Oh, both of them together.
Well, not Aries because ew. No, my dad.
No, I know your dad, honey.
Well, you know
Aries
my
is
dad.
just your side piece based on myths.
It's kind of sad, really. He deserves better. I'm wondering if we could petition for them to get divorced and he get a better chick.
I mean, she is the daughter of Zeus.
Ew.
Yeah, she took me to this like very fancy, I guess, hotel, and I was like, "This is uncomfortable." I was like, "I was not raised."
You got the bougie
around
mom.
this."
Mine took me to basically a swamp.
Weirdly enough, I probably would have
mean,
preferred the swamp. Not gonna lie.
It was lovely, though. There were
Your mom's
crows
a swamp
everywhere. It was
at
lovely.
times. There.
Oh, mine was so nice. There was just fields and hills and an ocean, and oh, it was so lovely. So lovely.
See, they went to nice places, and I went to a fancy hotel where I was uncomfortable. Unfair.
We just
You've been watching
stayed
me
in the
my whole
car.
life. You know I'm not used to this. What are you thinking, man?
I mean, well, I'm just going to say it. We've seen examples of what the Greek pantheon is like.
Wasn't there? I didn't go anywhere. I didn't see anything. I was in a car, literally, and I asking him. They can't grasp human understanding at all, and that was a huge disappointment.
Yeah, that really is a thing.
I almost wanted to take him and shake him and go, "Dad, think of my level, please."
And I have a sneaking suspicion that as we get more and more comfortable in our existence, we will become more removed from it too.
Well, he did say we could possibly live forever, and then he did tell me to FAFO.
Fuck
Which I
around
really
and
don't
find
think was-
out.
Yes, and I told him I wanted a baseline and parameters because that's what you do as a scientist. And he's like, no, we're scientists. We're going to FAFO it. And I'm like, but Dad, that's not how you do science.
Oh no, you can totally experiment.
That's not how I do science.
I understand, but live a little.
I do every day when I get out of bed. I live that day. And then I go to bed.
I think he's telling
If I
you
go
to
to
try
bed.
something new.
Ew. Why? I did. I talked to cars and rammed the cars.
You
to that
did.
beam.
I saw that before I got smashed. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You talked to cars. What happened with that big monster thing?
It did to me what it did to you, only it did to me so hard I almost died. Or I might have died. I don't know.
No, you didn't die, but I think you came close to it.
I don't know. It was a close thing. Because I'm telling you.
But we did take down the other two before.
Yeah. Yeah, Nancy, you missed the whole fight.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry, Tree, but when you went down, I basically started whacking him with bricks.
She decided to pull a Nezzy. Impromptu fighting. Though she was a little anipixed, so I was like, just let the alcohol fuel your rage.
Oh yeah, and it totally did, and I felt no pain.
Until your mom decided to say, "No, you're not dead yet."
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm like, what the fuck is this nonsense?
We don't ask. We don't talk about not dying. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. A little crazy, a little weird. I need a lot of kicking now.
Yeah, so confirm my mom is the Morgan.
So you are the Crow Lady.
I am the Crow Lady.
Okay. So I was
I am the
thinking
Crow.
about-
I am the Crow Lady, the Battle Crow, the Queen of Phantoms, Lady of Sovereignty. Yeah. Numerous titles.
Right. So what I'm thinking is like a nice, like long steel staff that you can open and unopen, kind of like make it small and you can expand it. And then on top of that would be kind of like this tree thing. So you could turn around and poke your enemies. And then I'm thinking also we could turn around and take some of your tarot cards, not the ones that you actually use, but other decks you might like. And then we could turn around and weaponize them so we could fly cards at your enemies.
Incendiary cards. I dig it.
Sure. Okay.
I dig it.
Okay. Call you Lady Gambit.
That's right.
Because Nora will have the problem with me doing a whole bunch of stuff that might be copyrighted, written, wrote, something like that.
But
I mean, it sounds like y'all had your kind of your visitations. So
yeah.
So like, it's like you're just gotta like do the thing to get you known, and then you can start building your legend. That'd be cool.
I just asked for a birthday present, like for like the past 20 years that I didn't.
You
get
think
one for them?
walking into the bar and bringing all of those assholes to task would start building a legend?
Do you really want to do that?
Oh, yes, I really want to do that because fuck them.
I mean,
No,
I mean,
that's,
so,
how,
I mean,
that's how more Scions get born.
but but I mean, you got to understand most of the people in the bar aren't Scions.
Well, I know, but some of them
Like-
were.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they didn't lift a fucking finger.
Maybe they did. We just didn't see them do it.
Did they like hightail out, or
Were they fucking cowards?
like what happened?
Or is it a test?
So
Could have been that only we have to.
So we were chilling at the bar, and there was this explosion, and it knocked on the door, and we ran down the stairs.
And the guy at the
bouncer-
door was on the floor.
Hope he's okay.
I know.
Anyways, so there was these guys. I think they're from the thing called they call themselves the X-Side Compact. They were there, and they were like just fucking shit up in the street, and I chased and I ran it, and the monsters smashed me.
Yeah, and then I basically wrapped up a brick inside my cardigan and started using it like a flail. I had another brick I grabbed on the way out that I tossed and knocked somebody completely out.
Nice.
When I'm drunk, obviously, I have some good aim. And then eventually, one guy decided to take a shiv and stab himself and kill himself instead of tell me what the fuck was going on. And I tried to stab the monster, and it basically shrugged that shit off, grabbed me, and smashed me too. I realized in that moment I needed a bigger blade, so I was going to go for the katana, but I didn't have time.
How long were we gone for?
I don't know.
Looking around, he's like, waves on the way. Hey, sir, can you turn that TV on the news? The waiter goes over, turns on the television, and there is a newswoman standing in front of the microphone, and she's got a kind of like how those field reporters have that like I'm a news person jacket. Like it's not an official or anything, but just only news people wear them.
The trademark blazer.
Yeah. And this is the scene from earlier where there seems to have been an attack against the bar. Several people were injured. We have word that some Scions inside came out and fought against the attackers. The Boston police is not yet confirming whether or not this is part of the terrorist group, the Deicide Compact, who has been attacking Scions all over the city. That has not yet been confirmed, although they have not denied it. At the moment, everything seemed to be under control. The police presence here is heavy, as we've seen in other recent attacks. but once we get more, we'll let you know. Back to you, Bob. Cuts back to the super. Oh, well, that's frightening news. And now here is Joel McAdams with sports. How the Sox doing today? And
that is frightening news. So,
I have concerns. So what? Do we have something on us that says I'm a Scion? Besides you being able to smell us,
Well,
that I happen to be an Italian pizza
that
or Greek pizza.
that bar that we went to, though, if it's well commonly known that Scions hang out there,
oh yes, and there's also a wall of dead Scions on it.
then you'd think it's a pretty easy target.
Mhm.
But I didn't know that I didn't know about a lot of this, so I don't know if y'all did.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know nothing about
Well-
it till I got the information for it.
Tree, you have some explaining to do.
Can you do cosmetic surgery?
That has nothing to do with this.
which question do you want me to answer first? Which
All of them. Now.
all of them
Check
now.
on-
Once. So as I've only heard him. I haven't actually ran into him. I thought it was just kind of like the thing that the bigger Scions were saying, like the more established Scions were saying, to kind of scare us, to be like, oh, we should be shaking. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, the decent. And I mean, that sounds fake. That sounds like made up. That sounds like something that some writer came up with to tell a story, and not actually who would have taken that. And anyways, so apparently there are these people, but I guess one of them was a monster. I don't know how that one works. And but they have a grudge against the gods.
Well, the monster, I remember him saying that there would be no god above him.
Yeah, so maybe it's like a rebellion thing. Maybe it's a militant atheist thing. Maybe it's
Or it's another god. Or something that has been deified. An
If there's no
Ergogor.
god above him, what about the gods below him?
So wait, what do you know about Titans?
Oh no.
Um,
No.
Titans
No.
birthed the Greek gods, apparently.
Nope.
Well, so yeah, so there's that, but it's become kind of like a general term. So there's gods in every pantheon, and then there's Titans in every pantheon.
Oh.
So the Titans are like the bad guys. They want to fuck shit up. They want to destroy the world, chaos. So if you're familiar with Christianity, they have the devil, and so the Titans are like pieces of the devil. Maybe they're demons. It's not an accurate representation, but it's kind of that kind of sort of thing, but not really. Yeah, I don't really know how to describe them. So, but like Scions, they gods can have Scions. Titans can have Titan spawns. They make Titanic Scions, but they also make monsters.
Fantastic.
And they send them out to fuck with things. So maybe that's it.
Why is all of this fornication happening? Can we just not?
I mean,
No, dear, that's just you.
Okay, good.
I mean, it's clearly a personal decision.
Oh,
Exactly.
as
I
far as-
respect
Not
it,
the
but it's
actual
just you. Okay.
No, I am in the general, not the specific.
No, the generals, the car insurance people. But
There.
but yeah. So, to your question, no, I cannot do cosmetic surgery. I'm more of a My skills with that is more of the art of the dance. Yeah, and writing.
Okay, is this dancing as in words or dancing as an actual figure? Like you're actually physically dancing?
I can physically dance, and then I can also dance words. I can put words on the page and make them dance and weave stories together.
Okay, that's cool.
Valid.
That's just a fancy way of me being saying that I write mostly poetry and short stories
Okay.
and
They're valid.
nonfiction and fiction.
Do you have a cornucopia of writings and poems in different genres?
I do.
Well, let's see. I can make predictions on someone's demise that will really freak them out.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's really good distraction tactic. Usually gets the biggest bully in the room to stop and think twice. I also know whenever someone's lying to me.
It's good. I've always told you the truth.
That's a cool. That's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
That's very useful.
And I can
Later-
smell those who have some divinity in them.
I've heard of that. That's pretty cool. The waiter comes out and gets everybody their food. It is absolutely eye pleasing, nose pleasing, and mouth pleasing.
Looks and smells
is all the
fantastic. Compliments to the chef.
I still smell like Greek pizza.
No,
It
you
was-
The waiter
smell
just
like
kind of looks like you. No, why would you smell like? Did you want Greek pizza? Because we can.
No,
No,
she
I'm
doesn't
good.
want Greek pizza.
Okay.
This is fine. Thank you. And as he walks off, you don't smell like Greek pizza. Stop hyper-focusing on pizza. You smell like an olive grove.
Oh, I
No,
don't know if
it's
that's better or
lovely.
worse. You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
You're
It
thinking
smells like a vacation on the Aegean.
not.
I've
Don't
never been
think
to the
pickled.
Aegean.
Don't think the olives in a jar.
No, it smells like a
like-
fresh
It's like-
olive
yeah.
grove. It's
I've
wonderful.
never had a fresh olive grove. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it. I thought
You
it
and
smelled
Natalia
like
both smell like that, and it's amazing. Makes me want to book a vacation.
Okay, you're gonna have to bottle that up for me so I can smell it because I keep thinking the pickled.
No, it's not that at
How-
all. It's not the
Damn.
cocktail olives in a fucking jar, Brian. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Gosh, woman. You smell
It's like it's
Well,
like
I
fresh.
thank you. I'm not
it
sure.
smells like fresh pressed olive oil, which is literally heavenly. Okay.
Yeah, I don't cook, so yeah, I'm gonna take your word for
But
this.
yes, it's amazing. And Nezzy, and I'm sure myself, it's hard to smell yourself when you have this, obviously. But Nezzy smells like petrichor and clover and heather.
That's
I'm gonna have
cool.
to buy this stuff. Smell like the gods. There you go.
So you know the there is a line of
Perfumes and
scent of the
colognes.
gods. That's the thing. There's a Scion who do that, and they went around, and I don't know how they smelled all the gods or all the pantheons, but they have like 20 something different sets that are supposed to be from different pantheons.
Oh, that's amazing. Darn, it looks like I'm late to that game. Oh, well. Maybe I can come up with my own and put them in my shop.
There you are. Local sign says, smell like me. They're reading a tarot card for me. 1% off.
Hmm.
You can always
Yeah.
capitalize on that.
So yeah, so should we find out what happened to the monster?
You
Because
really want to find out?
I think we should go back to the bar. Yeah.
I'd like to eat first.
Eating good.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of also want to know how we got here, but I honestly,
I mean,
it's
how
par
did
for
we
the
get to
course.
where we were before?
Yeah.
We drove there.
Well, you did, but you were in the presence of a god. They can do all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Par for
just
the course.
accept
So is
it.
So is this like that side panel in Dogma where it's like they were rushing into something and then all of a sudden side panel, here they are, aftermath. And
Exactly.
nobody asks, okay.
Exactly. Think of it like that. Okay.
Mm.
Your divine daddy can say, okay, I'm done dealing with you. Here you go. We're going to pop you here.
Oh,
I
that's
think of it like a
sad.
movie, and they just you just skip
Skip
the travel.
ahead.
You just skip from the like. I mean, how many times have you sat in a movie and you saw it, and there was just this? They just sit on the bus, and then
And then they go into a time skip.
See,
Okay,
time
but
skip is
I'm-
much better than the movies that they sit on the bus for like 5 minutes and just
Do
They-
nothing.
don't do anything.
So I'm
No
going to have to think of
interaction.
a packing montage in my head now.
Exactly. Because everybody needs a montage.
I mean, yes, he apparently helped me pack all the orders up montage thing because I made him do some mundane stuff.
Oh, so he helped you fill all your orders, huh?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Well, that and the satyrs.
And the
apparently some kind
satyrs.
of weird-
Okay.
and some weird
Can we
contraption out of his trunk.
get a screaming satyr and a fainting satyr?
Well, yeah, but also I just want a satyr that goes around going bad all over the place. I think that would be quite epic. Oh, and I do want one that just turns around and offers everyone wine. Because apparently that's what we need in life is wine.
And no, I really don't want a satyr just
I
there to
mean-
offer me wine.
I mean, I think if you pay a satyr enough, you might be able to get him to do those kind of things, or her, depending on or them, however the satyr is, whichever kind of one you talk to and what they're like. But like, they don't just like bah normally. They
That's a good point.
speak in mortal languages.
I know. I think I
Mhm.
saw one at the bar.
Could have been one at the bar.
Oh, is that right next to the leprechaun guy?
I think at one point he was talking to the leprechaun guy.
So we have to find the satyr to get the leprechaun's guy's number so that we can give it to Nezzy.
Well, Nezzy's here now. Nezzy can go get the number.
Do you want to go get the number?
That could be part of the investigation. There's your line, Nessie. You go up to him and be like, so we're gonna need your phone number in case we have to follow up with more details. There you go.
There you
That's-
go.
Exactly. Good job. Way to go. I'm glad. Go team.
Nezzy, honey,
It's like Nezzy was just like mid-bullet. Who's got a number?
who's
now?
your mama?
Oh, yeah. Who is your mom?
Eru.
Okay, let me tell you something. You're going to have to boost that confidence, baby, because she is the goddess of all of Ireland. Ireland was named for her.
I have research to do. I know, but
And if there's some leprechaun that's caught your fancy, honey, you go get that.
I want to know how many picked up that I even took a look at this person.
Listen, I will help you
Oh, I
with your
saw you looking.
confidence.
Oh, we all saw you looking. You went from what you are now to like this bright
You
red.
turned literally 10 shades of blush. Okay.
I could actually name every color you turned because I have, that whole color coordinated.
Like you're doing
Oh, yeah.
now.
Here, you might want this. Here, better yet, hold on. Don't move.
I mean,
Okay,
he
ready?
is
Here you
cute. He's
go.
not my type, but he's cute.
I like mine a little bit less. I like mine a
Grumpy?
little bit more dressed up. No, I like mine if he was in a suit. Okay.
Oh, you got that high class taste. You sure you're not Aphrodite's?
I like a man who knows how to dress and keep himself put together. Unfortunately, the men that do that are usually, somewhere else. So it's like, okay,
All right. Well, I'm done. It was delicious. Y'all about done? Okay.
And she'll just run and try.
Nezzy's just like slurping the last of just glug, 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 glug.
All right, let's get going.
So you arrive at the bar. So there's still the police tape up in various places. In general, there's like most of the cops have gone. It's quiet outside. The news is no longer there. Y'all heading in?
I mean, it's not like there's a door there.
There's not.
Somebody's got to be there to watch the place.
Have they replaced the bouncer?
The person at the door does not very much look like a bouncer. Just kind of they look. How y'all doing?
How's the other guy?
He'll be all right. There's there was a healer in the bar, so
Good.
he we gave him the rest of the night off because that shit sucks. Even though the healer patched him up, he and did the thing and made him better.
Were there any others just sitting in the bar during it that might have been of assistance?
I mean, I know the healer was trying to help bring him back.
That's good.
Trying to think who else was still here because they called me in.
And you are?
My name is Gregor.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Caitlin.
Nice to meet you, Caitlin. So my name is Greg. Yeah, I heard about it. They called me in. They said what's going on. I mean, there's still some folks upstairs. I don't know if there's any of y'all up there, but you're more welcome to go in and talk to folks.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Gregor. And we head on up.
All right. So yeah, the bar is fairly empty. Pretty much like how it was when you first arrived. Not the type of rowdy crowd you would expect to see at night. The leprechaun is, of course, he's there. He seems to be in a better mood than he was before. There's
Later.
just kind of a handful of folks.
I'm just going to walk around the place a little bit, see if I pick up a sniff.
You do not pick up a sniff.
She walks up to the bartender and says, stuff like that happen often?
No. Yeah, our that's the first time. I mean, we of course we have a bouncer because sometimes people get rowdy.
They get rowdy.
Sometimes people who will try to come here and we try to keep kind of the gawkers and the fan and the we wanted to place that Scions and Denzians and not like human mortals. We want it to be a cool place for those of us who might be seen kind of abnormal to the rest of the world, to be a place. So we get like college kids who want to come in, but we know they're going to be jerks because they're going to be like, oh, that guy's a troll. Haha, that's what so we keep those folks out. That's what the bouncers for, but never anything like that before.
Understand there was a healer here?
Yeah, Samantha. Um, she was,
She one of us?
yeah. She was like maybe a couple steps after you went down the stairs. Like, well, maybe not a couple steps, maybe it was a little bit more. But she went, she hooked up our bouncer. No, he was in a bad way. So when somebody had to, thankfully she was here. She was able to kind of bring him back, and he's going to be sore. He may have some bruises, but took care of the burns, the
Good.
breaks. Apparently, he had some internal bleeding that she took care of.
He looked like he was on death's door.
Yeah, and if she wasn't here, we might have lost him.
Yeah. Were there any others like us here at the time that you can recollect?
Trying to think, there was.
Because Tree here was the first one out the door, and then we followed right after.
I don't know if you remember. There were two guys arm wrestling. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, them. I hadn't talked to them much. I don't really know them personally. I'm guessing they're one of those gods of like strength kids, because they were trying to, they were arm wrestling. They were trying to show each other up.
Right. And where were they when all this commotion went on?
They kind of like just, the phrase "deer in a headlight." I didn't think that was a real thing.
Oh, it's a real thing.
That's what they did. They just kind of like stood there dumbfounded, like, what? Yeah.
Okay, I will have to have a conversation next time I see those two gentlemen. Because waving your dick around doesn't make you strong.
No, it does not do that at all.
And so Caitlin just turns, says, "Thank you, dear," and walks off.
All right. Natalia, Dr. Minnie, Nezzy, what do y'all want to find out while you're in the bar?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna help Nezzy get the leprechaun guy's number.
Nezzy's not even worried about that right now. Nezzy kind of just curiously goes over to the bathroom, just kind of pushes it open a little bit, sees it's probably a normal bathroom, and okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not quite a normal bathroom. It is a hallway with like 13 doors, and instead of like having a men's room, a woman's room, non-gender or anybody you can use room, that kind of thing, each of them has little placards on it, and you can kind of recognize at least one of them as being a symbol of the Tuatha De Danann. If you want to figure out what the rest of them are, you can feel free to make a roll of some sort.
Okay. I mean, I was just checking to see if it was going to be another portal.
Nope, it is definitely not a portal.
Yeah.
It is not a normal bathroom hallway, but there are bathrooms there.
I do want to, after that, definitely just kind of like take a look around the bar again and just do a general like assessment of like people there, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah. So
like just like a threat value almost.
0 threat value.
So Nizzy kind of relaxes a little bit at the bar and just kind of waits to see what everybody else does.
All right. Natalia, what are you up to?
Is the leprechaun guy still there?
He's still there.
So she's gonna walk up to him and be like, "Hi, I'm Natalia. I have someone I really think you should meet. I think you guys would hit it off very well."
All right. Um, he looks around the bar. I mean, okay. But judging from the rest of the room, he's not my type.
No, she's just gonna grab his arm and drag him over to Nezzy and be like, "This is Nezzy. This is." She's gonna like nudge him and be like,
Nezzy immediately just kind of sits straight up.
And now her face is like ghost white because she's
Yeah.
terrified.
Hi, Nessie. My name is Franklin. I'm not sure your friend picked up on the cue that I dropped. Unless, are you looking for a new gay best friend?
If you work out, sure.
Yeah, no, I'm not much of a workout, folks. I'm magic stuff is more my thing.
Like
No.
street performer magic or real magic?
So it's definitely not street performer magic. It's not quite the same as sorcerer magic. So it's kind of it's like we would call it fey magic.
Ooh.
So yeah, y'all were in here before when the shit went down with the assholes outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad to see you're all okay.
Yeah.
Let me. Not sure what would happen if y'all weren't here. Let me drop by a drink.
Sure.
And he literally does pull out a gold coin and just kind of puts it in like, yep. Put them on me and tosses the coin to the bartender. She remembers the drinks that you had ordered before, brings them all out.
Nezzy actually says, "Can I actually get a bottle of water, please?"
We glass of water work fine.
Yeah, water.
Yeah.
Just please, big, just big.
Ice, you want a lemon in it?
Nope, just water.
You get the water and it is surprisingly crisp and clean for what you thought looked like a bar tap.
Nezzy just takes the and just straight, just 2 seconds gone.
Yep. So yeah, you guys seem to handle that. The two chicken shits over that were here earlier kind of just slunk their way out after it was all clear. They took a damn long time getting out too. Like they were just kind of
Waiting for us to handle it before they left. Yeah.
Not only just that, like, so they were waiting around. So like afterwards, like, so because there's the security camera and they were watching, and so the monster was still out there for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of just stormed off. and they were waiting to make sure the monster stormed off before they left.
Oh, so they are really chicken shit cowards.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet them. I mean, I literally knocked a guy out with just throwing a brick. Okay? And what were they doing? Jerking off with their fucking arm wrestling.
They have to find it before they can jerk it off. No matter what with an arm.
Yeah, that is the most fucking tiny dick energy I've ever seen.
Hey. And the leprechaun just points and is just like, just because people have small dick doesn't make them jerks.
No, it doesn't. But when they overcompensate, it does.
So what? So I'm a coward because I have a small dick?
No.
No.
Do you overcompensate?
No, but see, when you attribute bad things, bad behavior to physical attributes, it shames people with those physical attributes.
I'm sorry, but did you say you had a small dick? No, you didn't. Did we incline that you say we had a small dick? No.
I'm a fucking leprechaun. I have a small dick.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
In your mind, you could actually have a big long schlong and you're hiding it with magic. How do we know?
I'm sure it's proportionate.
The point is,
It's metaphysical, not physical.
the point is when you put negative physical attributes to negative social attributes, when you put negative social attributes to physical
Fine,
attributes.
I stand corrected. It is toxic male energy.
There we go. That's better.
I was going to say it was small ball energy and we just have bigger balls up on our chest. But okay, you can say that too.
Yes, I'm going to enjoy my drink now. And she just...
Minnie goes around and tries to connect with all of the wireless interfaces she can to find out what's going on. If there was any recordings or anyone was radioing monsters in here.
Make a roll for that.
Okay, what am I rolling?
Well, you're using technology. I'm guessing. So, what is the role for wireless interface?
Good question.
So, the number that you can interface with is going to be determined by your next skill roll. I imagine with it being wireless interface, technology is going to be what you're planning on using. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the attribute was going to be.
So this is just to determine the number. So you just roll your skill.
Well, hoping for more dice. That's only 2.
Okay. So what devices are you trying to connect with?
Anything that's radio based, anything that could like send out communication to bring people here. Like if there was a tap or something.
Even cell phone or phones or something.
Yeah.
Well, there's a bunch of cell phones.
But she's looking for like hidden.
You're looking so you're looking for hidden
hidden wires and taps, and maybe somebody left a hidden mic or something. Like it was somebody had to be in the bar to make sure that there was science here to then call all the monsters here. So something wireless, maybe in the whole confusion, it got jostled and dropped.
Give me a resolve and technology roll.
Oh, I like those. Okay.
So there is nothing like that inside the bar. You can't exactly figure out where, but there is something in the area, maybe in one of the buildings next door, or like a car outside, or something along those lines.
She'll quietly go hunting
Okay.
while the whole thing with the leprechaun thing is going on.
All right.
After Caitlin drinks her drink, she's going to call her father.
All right. Natalia and Nezzy, y'all doing anything else?
Yes. I want to see if I'm gonna check my email to see if I got a response from the three sisters.
So this was remind me of what you emailed them. You were looking for representation?
Yeah, just a PR agent. Yep.
Yep. Just general PR. You didn't make any outward indication of that you were a Scion or anything in the email, though, right?
Oh no, I think I decided afterwards that I would add that I was a Scion, but it was generally just for representation for the gym and for
Okay.
any wrestling that I do.
Okay. Yeah. So you got to reply back. Yeah, we'd love to meet with you, have a chat. You know, do we you were set something up directly through you, or is there someone at your gym that we should contact? Do you have like an associate or assistant or something that does your schedule, or how do we want to do that?
No, it's all very small still. Just this email is fine, or this phone number.
All right. Yeah. Well, we'll send you a link to our calendar. Schedule a time that works for you. Come on by, and we'll talk.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. So, Caitlin, you call up your father.
Hey, Dad.
Hey. Um. So. Um. I had seen some people had sent me some videos. How you holding up?
Well, I met Mom.
Oh. Yeah. What did she tell you?
That you wanted it the way it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then the least you could have did was tell me at some point. And explain to me why. Instead of waiting until this shit happens. And I have an existential fucking crisis.
I had hoped that somehow this would this would never happen. That I had that by some miracle you would be spared all of all of it.
You
Um,
fucked the Morrigan. Did you think I wouldn't be divine?
there's knowing and there's hoping.
Yeah, well, what is it you used to tell me, Daddy? I can hope in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first? Better get to work?
Yeah, no, you're right. I should have told you. I fucked up.
Yeah. Just be better. I know you love me. I know you did all you could for me. But be better.
Is there anything I can do for you now? Is there anything you need?
I'm good. I just had a near-death experience and finally got to meet Mom. Oh, yeah, and there's a crow that can turn into a woman, and I talked to her too. It's been an interesting day. Oh, and I fought a monster. Yeah, and yeah, it was kind of crazy. And I have a feeling this is just the start. So just do better.
I'll try.
I felt really alone.
No. I want you to know that, I may not always have an answer for you. May not be able to say the right things, but I'm always here to listen.
I appreciate that, Dad. And she hangs up.
Dr. Jones, you've stepped outside. You are trying to get a trace on this thing. There's a van that says Neiman's Apples on the side of it. Thinking back, you remember that van was parked there when you got there before all the shit went down. The van is still there despite every other car that was there either being just gone, thrown off the road, on fire, crashed, in some ways damaged. This van is unscarred by the everything that has happened.
She's taking pictures of it.
Mm-hmm.
She'll take the pictures of the license plates.
Mm-hmm.
If she can get close enough to get the VIN number too, that'd be awesome.
So let me get this straight. Since the VIN number is on
Basically like
dashboard,
Yeah.
it's not parked in front of a light, and it's night out.
Yeah, I have my phone. She's gonna start
So,
texting these pictures to the group. 'Cause
Mhm.
I'm sure we all decided to share our phone numbers. And she's gonna go, this hasn't been damaged. It's been here since we got here the first time. Even
you
if
do
we're
have a group
texting.
chat. Tree's not in it.
Yeah.
Poor tree. Yeah, she's gonna take as many pictures as she can before the last picture she's gonna try and take is a VIN number with I hate doing this. With the flash on so she can flash and get the VIN number. If possible.
Okay.
If that's not possible, I won't do it.
So, are you're just going up and blatantly taking a picture of
She's gonna try and I don't know how to. She's not very good at stealth. It's just it's like
Yeah, I guess that's blatant then.
yeah. Sorry, it's gonna be vulgar. I can't help it. Unfortunately, there's no coincidence in this.
Well, so yeah, you do have athletics.
Yeah.
So sneaking up on a car, we could say this is athletics instead of subterfuge.
Okay.
Before you, so everybody who's getting these text messages, the pictures, how do y'all respond?
I look at the others and then I look at Franklin and say, thanks for the drink, man. And she gets up and starts walking out to see what the fuck Minnie's gotten into now.
I got into nothing yet.
I will go outside as well.
Nizza just goes, sorry for bothering you, and follows Minnie and Natalia.
That's all right. Y'all have a great night. And you, sir, and he gives a card to Tree as Tree follows y'all out. As you get outside, you see Minnie creeping her way over to this van that she took pictures of. The front of the van is facing away, so she's approaching from behind the van. Is anybody going to do anything besides let Minnie do her thing?
I'm going to open up the fucking van and see what's inside. Because fuck this shit. This ain't going to be Minnie set up to be fucking run over by a goddamn van because she's going around the front of it. Oh no, we're going to see what's inside. And if I got to yank an asshole out, I will.
That's how they tell you to do things sneaky like.
Yeah, subtle ain't my
The
thing.
guys told me how to. Oh, I know subtle isn't your thing. You go full thrust. I was going slow and surely.
And then they're going to like push the
Tiptoe.
gas and run you over.
You go.
And open up the fucking driver's side door first.
So wait, which door are you opening?
I'm opening the driver's side door first.
Okay. You open the driver's side door. Minnie kind of gives you a look like, hey, I could have done that. As no one's in the driver's seat.
And then I look around. Yep.
Into the back.
Mm-hmm.
There's this little skinny guy crunched over a computer with headphones on. And he just kind of freezes for a second, turns his head and goes, oh, fuck. And that is where we're going to end our tale for the night.
God.
Caitlin's just looking at him like, and who the fuck are you?
Where the signal came from.
It has been a pleasure telling this story for you viewers. We hope you enjoyed it, what you saw, and heard as much as we enjoyed performing for you. Because I always forget to do so, and would like to do this on screen, we are going to do XP for the night. So, everybody, you get an XP for showing up. Congratulations. Now, let's talk about short-term deeds. Who has accomplished a short-term deed?
Mine was let my parents have it.
All right. That's all right.
Mine was find out why she was chosen to be a Scion.
You think you found it?
Yes.
All right. Dr. Minnie.
Learn how to contact Dad.
We'll go with that.
Because I talked to him directly.
Yep. And Nezzy.
My short term was get the PR team, like get them in the bag. So I don't know if that's a success or not, because not quite there. But
You've got a meeting set up.
Sounds like they want to work with you.
Sounds like they want to work with you.
Sounds like they in the bag.
So that means each of you get a experience point for meeting your short-term goals. Everybody met their short-term goals. So that means that y'all get an XP for that.
Woohoo!
All right. And did anybody achieve a long-term deed?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm not sure. My long term was why was I chosen? So
I think you got that.
Yeah.
All right. So you get an XP for that. Anybody else?
No, mine is figure out what I'm truly capable of. So that's going to take a little more time.
All right. Y'all
Make a
met your
long-term
parents,
friend.
and y'all met your parents. So you've got we're calling that a story milestone. Y'all
Awesome.
have achieved an XP for that.
Yay! So we're looking
All
at 3 or
right.
4.
So
If you did a
we're looking
short
at
term, we all did a short term.
short term. So that's going to be 4, and then Nezzy got 5.
Yeah, Nezzy got 5 for the long term.
It's good.
All right. All right. Well, thank you all. My name is Zachary Naldra, he, him, created Scion of Alum. I can be found as at Zach Rules on the Bird app. There's links to my stuff that I've written on and other stuff that I've done in the chat, as well as where to pick up Scion and portions of this tonight's episode, included things from the DSI Compact, which is also available on DriveThru. So let's hear from our players once again. Your name, handle, character, where people can find you next.
All right. So I am Relyn. You can find me on Twitter at RelynDare. I am here on Twitch as Mama McStabber. And you can find me right here on McStabber Studios. And I will wait until everyone else does their closeouts before I come back and tell you what we have coming up that you may see me in.
Hi, I am Lonnie. You can find me on the Bird app at Lonnie10 and on Twitch at Sailor Lonnie. The only thing I have coming up is tomorrow I'll be on my personal Twitch playing some Danganronpa. So if you want to watch me play that and get frustrated, you're welcome to pop in and say hi. And then I'll be back here on Tuesdays with these lovely people.
I'm Core or Unconscious Celestial on Discord and Twitch. And you can find me on social media pretty much everywhere. So TikTok, Bird app, whatever, under Unconscious Celestial or Uncon Celestial on the Bird app. And right now I'm doing Scion. That's it. So
I'm Jeannie Finest. You can find me pretty much everywhere because I'm on the internet. We're gearing up for on my show, gearing up for St. Jude's. Right now on RPG, we're doing Monster Mutants and Masterminds. I'm the disembodied voice. Also here on Tuesdays. I'm also at Roll Call for DC by Night and also on Ravenous Archons every other Thursday with 7C. Long story short, I'm also a mod over at Kitchen Night, so you can find me there pretty much all the time unless I'm sleeping.
Thanks, y'all. And Lanhi, I did put your Twitch channel in the chat because we don't have you added to our friends list as of yet. Just needs updating. But we want to make sure that folks can go to your channel and check you out if they want to see you play games. She's such a sweetheart. Go give her a follow and some love from the McStabber Studios. Seriously. So thank you all for joining us tonight. You can join us on our Discord where Zach Rules posted a casting call and we all applied for his game and he picked us. And right now there is a current open casting call where you can play a goose in a one-shot run by Ravnos Archon. You might want to get on that Discord and apply for that game before that casting call closes, because you know that geese are devil spawn, and it's going to be chaos. It's basically a one-pager set up very similarly to Honey Heist, so it's going to be chaos and fun. You need to join that. Check out our friends. As Junie said, RPG Table is where Junie runs her stories, her vampire stories, and all sorts of other stuff. So go check her out. It's a great group of friends over there. And we've got Ravnos Archon over in our list of friends there, Mischievous Red, who is one of our Windy City cast, and the Ivy Raven, who is also a Windy City castmate. And then, of course, if you want to check back episodes of this show or any other shows that stream on McStabber Studios, you can check out the YouTube links. The McStabber Studios link has all of our primary content run by Shanky McStabber, myself, and other GMs and STs, with the exception of Tiss. All of Tiss's games are on her Ishvel channel, so please check that out for her content. And coming up, I need merch. We have merch. Don't have any Scion merch yet, but we are working on it. Junie sent me some stuff today that I was like, oh my God. She was having fun, y'all, with mommy issues, daddy issues, and even sire issues for the vampires. Oh, and if you want to support the amazing players at this table, and including Zach, so Zach, Junie, Lanhee, and Core here, you can give donations or show us your biddies, because we pay those out to our players. And if you would like to support the studio, myself and just McStabber Studios as a whole, you can subscribe here. And you can also use your Amazon Prime subscription where you get one free a month. You might give that to us. Also, we have a Ko-fi page where if you don't want to give Twitch 50% of our freaking sub revenue, you can go to Ko-fi and we'll get 100%. So we appreciate you. And coming up over the next week, we have on Saturday nothing right now, as far as I know. Is that correct, Shanky? Okay, he's nodding yes. He is tech weenie, but he is not a disembodied voice tonight since I'm playing. She comes back the 12th or 13th, sorry. So Tiss is going to be on hiatus for a little while. She's taking a slightly extended season break for her game, Call of Cthulhu 7E, which is London Esoteric Society. She'll be back on May 13th. But the Geese game, the oh my God, yeah, Geese, yeah. That's going to be playing during that hiatus, and it's coming soon, y'all. So, but on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, check us out for Windy City After Dark. We are in season 10 of Windy City After Dark. At 5 p.m. Eastern, you can see myself, Ivy Raven, Mischievous Red, Your Innie, not your Outie, and Timber Brad with Shanky running our V5 campaign set in Chicago. And then we'll be back here on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern with the next installment of Scion, 0 to Hero. Last but not least, we here at McStabber Studios are really, really big advocates of mental health care, not creating stigma around mental health, and being very supportive and even open and transparent about our own struggles with it, because we want people to know that they're not alone. And if you find that you are currently in crisis, right now there is a list of organizations, their numbers that you can call or text anytime, 24/7, if you need assistance. And if you are outside of the U.S. viewing this stream, there is a link to Find a Helpline. Find a Helpline offers a search feature where you can look up any kind of crisis support line within over 140 countries. So please get the help you need. And I'm Mama McStabber, I'm a registered nurse. Get your damn vaccines. Get your preventative screens, get your checkups, get checked out if you're not feeling well. And I'm also a fucking leftist. And please register to vote and vote fucking Democrat in 2024. Let's put the death blow on the GOP. Enough's enough. Said with love. Y'all have a fantastic night.